Like he would need to get some good chip on Garchomp for sure. Ooh, Fire Blast. Okay, that's actually really wild. So honestly, like I have one. I have a naive Garchomp, but I didn't see a lot of people actually use Garchomp in general, like a mixed one. Even like, 'cause it's really good. You like the special attack is actually decently high, so you get to do a pretty good amount of damage. Thing is, Garchomp is Life Orb, will take a lot of chip by itself, which means that Clefable could potentially force it out. Like honestly, like the way for Unknown to win is simply to okay, Garchomp coming out. The way for Unknown to win is potentially getting some Hazards out and then getting Bisharp against Ferrothorn as the win, literally. Because like Bisharp has a crazy matchup against most member of Leston's team. Rux is out, which is cool. Now we could potentially switch out. Like even, oh dude, that is YOLO, but is it though? He needs to go for the big boy SZ. And like I don't know if Ferrothorn will take the time to actually Leech Seed. It kind of feels like, dude, that's a rough one. Like honestly, Ferrothorn, great Pokemon. But as long as Bisharp is around, Ferrothorn is a setup fodder for Bisharp, which can be pretty rough. Thing is that, you know, like as the meta progress and we get like Tapus, a lot of fairies, a lot of megas, stuff like that, Bisharp kind of get tossed around a lot. But without those, Bisharp is still extremely strong, and Ferrothorn is definitely not in a good spot for it. Is Titar... Okay, is Titar scarfed? Question mark. Because if it's Jirachi Scarf, it's not too bad. Like, Sucker Punch should be able to take it. But if Titar is not scarfed, Ironet should be able to take it out. Yep, that is one Pokemon out. God damn, so Unknown is on its way for a first potential win. One thing that is a little bit concerning is the fact that he went Titar first. And not Kazam. Yeah. So, Looper, I would believe so as well. But why not go Kazam first instead of letting your Titar die? You know, if Sash was if Zam was Sash. I mean, I guess he just I guess he switched into Titar because he felt like he would not need it this match, and just used it as a sack to bring Kazam unscathed, just in case that Bisharp would go for like knockoff instead of Swords Dance, you know? Yeah, Looper, yeah, definitely. I think that would be a very smart play. But the thing is, if it's the case, yeah, counter is coming. So basically, knowing that, he should have switched out of Bisharp, bring something else in, and try to do some damage. But yeah, that is gonna be rough. It's actually, yeah, Dante, that would have been the play as well. Yeah, Ironhead had like a 30% chance to flinch, which would have been really good. But I mean, like, you didn't really need to risk it. Shadow Ball doing nothing because it's AV Torn, which Bisharp would have been able to annihilate. He's switching out, going into Rotom, which is fine. Knockoff coming out. He's I can't even say that he's free to Volt Switch because like Garchomp can come in and do a lot of damage as well.
Welcome, Basilito.
Yo, Dante, Leston used the Kazam many times this tournament. Used it a bit earlier as well. Also, what is Zoop? Pastelito.
Yeah, that.
Alright, Chomp is coming in indeed on the Volt Switch. It's going to be able to hit anything on Switch. Clefable. Should be Magic Guard. I say should, but realistically, people love people love Unaware so much, even on very offensive teams that like, you know, we knew Unaware was coming. That being said, Garchomp probably forced out simply because Life Orb will kind of injure him. Wish coming out, which is fine. At this point, Ferthorn can just stack spikes or force out Rotom. Like there's no really like big brain plays to do. Okay, Calm Mind coming out, which is fine. Leech Seed will start being annoying. We might see a Flamethrower coming out, but Gyro Ball will also do a lot. But yeah, we're not going to see a Clef Sweep, would be very unlikely, simply because Jirachi is going to be able to kind of like pick it up like an apple. Okay, so maybe Clef doesn't have Flamethrower, because it went out of Ferrothorn for some reason. Back into Rotom, which is a questionable play. That being said, now it can defog. But Ferrothorn can simply Leech Seed and start spiking again, which will be troublesome. So basically, the Leech Seed will continuously do damage to Rotom. Rotom doesn't have his leftovers anymore. Ooh, the Paint Split is... the Paint Split predict was really savage. Now Rotom cannot remove the hazards. That was a solid read. Okay, so Gengar is out. Considering the damage we've seen earlier on Tornadus AV, I think this Gengar will be Scarfed. So Kazam should just probably switch out, especially since Tornadus will be able to just go back into it, U-turn or knock, depending on what he wants to do. But this Kazam can still do some work, so we might as well keep it potentially for like Garchomp if you just want to like get a little hit in. But yeah, there's no reason not to go Torn, because Torn's not going to kill Clef, Calm Mind with his AV, without Taunt, basically. And like, at this point, Kazam's going to probably be better against Garchomp than Torn is. Ironic Bonds has won the giveaway, like, what? God damn. Ain't even me. For the realsies. Thank you. Right, Shadow Ball coming out. Yeah, I guess Ferrothorn does the job as well. And you can just like Leech Seed, call it a day. Like it's really no biggie. Because regardless of what's coming in, you can be annoying to it. Okay, Gyro Ball is cool as well. Yeah, it's true that at this point you might as well just like go for a kill. Because Gyro is gonna do a lot to everything. And you don't need Ferrothorn for Clef neither, so it's not that bad if he loses it. Torn coming out, which is fine. Fire Blast doesn't hit. So Unknown also had a mixed jump, which is pretty cool. Fire Blast not hitting. It is unfortunate, but, you know, Hurricane Miss as well. The Toxic Miss would have been hilarious there. But yeah, the thing is that Tornadus, even if Fire Blast had hit, it wouldn't have done that much because it's AV Tornadus. It's a rough one for sure. Hurricane coming out just fine. Actually, it kind of feels like Tornadoes would have been a good thing to keep for Gengar. But I guess in the state that Pharaoh is in right now, we can just like come in after, click Gyro Ball, and win.
What happens now?
It's kind of rough. Like I don't see Unknown coming back from getting rid of his Bisharp, you know.
Yeah.
Or at least not attempting the Iron Head.
Yeah, true. His position at the moment is really bad.
Because like Dante pointed out, and it's good for like the chat to know, like Kazam is super weak on the defensive side, and the thing is that Bisharp after SD you just annihilate Kazam regardless of what you use. So like Iron Head was always the play because you could potentially flinch, and you didn't need like a stab super effective move after SD to kill Azam, you know?
Yeah.
But that's going to be a good lesson to take out of. Alright, so that's a dead one. We're going to see Clefable coming out. Who?
Yeah, Jirachi's perfect. Oh, okay, it's enough 15 damage.
Yeah, Rachi is just gonna.
Yeah.
He always click EQ here. Alright, you went for protect. Because like it was obvious that KillaLeston would switch, so I kind of feel like he should have gone for something more wild. But I guess that like the wish protect he's never gonna get out of that flinch thing. Dude, it's like every time he has 40% chance to
Flinch.
not flinch. No, it's 60% chance to flinch. It's crazy. Like 60% chance to flinch, and he needs to kind of like dodge them all and PP stall Iron Head somehow, which would be absolutely insane. It would be beyond real, to say the least, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, the chance is really small. So.
Yeah, finally come up to that.
He got it.
Comes down to one flinch. Yeah. And it's like one flinch at 60% chance to is not like asking for a miracle neither, you know?
Yeah.
Give a little head on Ninetales, and it's gonna be 4 times effective, which mean Ninetales gonna D. It's gonna D. It's gonna be 11. Alright, Lendo coming out on the Iron Head, doing a little damage. If he's completely crazy, you could go for like another Iron Head, get a little flinch, and win the game. But like that would be so silly. Oh god. Okay. He does. Oh Jesus! What is happening, dude? That is like. So I said Leston was an aggressive player, but right now Unknown is slightly insane, but very aggressive. That's so ridiculous. Alright, Iron Head coming out again. thing is, you would expect a Earthquake, which mean that Zapdos should be a neat pick. But we'll see, because the Excadrill. Kind of feels like Lendo was frail, so it's offensive. What I'm wondering is if it's Scarfed or it's the Suicide Lead, and if both Excadrills are simply Scarfed. Because Excadrill could be Leston's Suicide Lead as well, but it's like honestly, Scarf Excadrill with A-Tails is a little classic, especially with Bisharp around. Also a classic. Unknown doesn't have the Bisharp this time. I guess last game he felt like Bisharp was letting him down. Double Stealth Truck. That's cool. Explosion coming out. Now Killa can... Okay, so now Killa brought the rocks, and he can bring a lot of Ninetales and just Veil. So it's gonna be pretty rough.
Winner.
You just guessed your curse, Leston. Oh my god.
Huh? No, I was talking about a giveaway.
Alright, so we're gonna see probably Ninetales just going for the Veil. Chomp, yeah, might as well just do something to Ninetale. A little Toxic is going to be useful. Okay, he went for Excadrill himself. I hope Unknown knows that Excadrill cannot spin away Defog, but he's going to be able to spin away the rocks at least, and maybe potentially bring his own Ninetale afterward for the Veil. But like, Leston has his very scary Volcarona in the back, ready to kind of like go at it. And behind Veil, it's going to be extremely dangerous. And the thing is that if Excadrill locks himself into Rapid Spin, and... Okay, so he goes Thunders. Like, it could be rough. Like, now he's locked into it, so Thundurus can do a lot. It's a leftover Thundurus. What I'm wondering is it possible that he's going to be using a Double Dance Thundurus, Nasty Plot, and Agility? At least the Nasty Plot is coming out. Garchomp will be tossed around pretty hard. Even Alolan Ninetales will not want to switch into this. He's going to need to let Garchomp die, bring Mamoswine, but I think that Ice Shard won't even kill, but Thundurus would still need to hit a Focus Miss, which, like the name suggests, is not hitting. What do you mean louder? Am I too quiet? God dang it! Yeah, Looper. It's just that sometimes you kind of want the extra speed just for the setup, just so that you don't lose against things that you would have lost otherwise. But yeah, it's true that usually Double Dance is nicer on the Incarnate form, but it's definitely usable on the Terran form. Alright, so Excadrill will outspeed. Arned not gonna kill. That being said, he could expect Thundurus to switch out. And if he does, because like, you kind of want to keep Thundurus here just because of Zapdos and Keldeo. But if Unknown predicts Thundurus switching out, okay, he went for Rock Slide, missed. That is tragic, and it's gonna be a wrap because Thundurus is gonna be able to just claim the game, especially with Veil in the back. Alright, so rocks were out at least, which is a good thing. But I don't see Zapdos killing Thundurus. 90 does a lot. Heat Wave coming out, which is fine, doing a little bit of damage. The thing is that Discharge would have been stronger, simply because this Thunder doesn't have Volt Absorb. So that it would be a neutral hit, being electric and flying. Yeah, the miss was brutal, man. Really brutal. Other than Ninetale, if unknown as an offensive variant, there's no way he's gonna live Thunderbolt. Yeah, it's out. And then Keldeo goes in. Even if Keldeo is scarfed, he's gonna not win here. The final is this match, by the way, Dante. Pretty sure you knew. Alright, T-Ball coming out, which is fine. Like, hopefully Leston gets the worst luck possible so that I can make some PokeOne points out of it. But it's not looking good from the team preview, honestly. We have offense versus offense-ish. Unknown gets a bulky offensive team. KillaLeston gets his hyper offense. Stealth Rock coming out, which is fair. Gliscor got the Poison Eel, which is always important. It's really annoying when you get knocked off too early. And Gliscor should be able to defog without a sweat. I think he expected a switch, but this Lando is a suicide lead, so you can expect Swords Dance Explosion coming out. That being said, maybe testing the water with EQ would be good, yeah. Simply because there's a Ferrothorn in the back, and that Gliscor would never one-shot Landorus anyway. So EQ is just the safest play. Now he's just switching around all the time. He can just click Explosion, it doesn't matter anymore. That's fair. I mean, having Rux plus getting him on out is really, really solid. Gliscor... The thing is that if Lendo just explodes on Gliscor, Gliscor won't be able to defog. Yeah, that's gonna be a weird spot. It's gonna be a weird spot. Man, Unknown is in a bad situation because the Rocks plus Lendo at +2 is just a lot of pressure. He also wants to keep Gliscor here for Bisharp. E-Trend coming out. Okay. Okay. So SD again, Ferrothorn coming out. I mean, you would expect EQ. It kind of feels like right now Lendo is just gonna take everything out.
+4.
Ew, yes, it's not biased at all. I mean, it's objectively a really bad situation for Unknown. Got the EQ on Keldeo, no burn on Lendo, so he can still explode, and there's no priority moves as well. So at this point, Lendo will claim another victim. Now he's kind of forced into exploding, but exploding at +4 means that even E-Tran will get a massive blow. Okay, so explosion on Gliscor. That's a big game. Big game. Basically, Excadrill will just win with EQ if there's some chip on Clef. Yeah, 3-0 is probably what's gonna happen. God damn, Unknown, I wanted some bonus points. I mean, at the end of the day, like, Unknown still goes away with 10 mil and 200 red reroll tokens. So, definitely not the biggest loser here. I think he's definitely going out with a
10 million.
His pockets full. Yeah. He's definitely gonna be ready for future content now.
And with 50 euros, you can go with your girl into an Imbiss and give her a good currywurst, something like that, or fish and chips.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Especially since if he got his microchip, he'll be able to go out as well. You know,
Yeah, the 50
make it easy.
euro is enough.
Yeah. All right. So Thunder is coming out. It is quite safe. Like Clefable won't do a thing. That being said, at this point, he can just like. I don't know why Nasty Plot, because and plus the special attack drop. Okay, so there's no reason to Nasty Plot here because you know it's unaware because Magic Guard doesn't exist, and that's a fact. Also, wait, what? No way. Is this the first Magic Guard Clef in like 2 years? If not more? Oh, true, rocks are on. Dude, I woke up too early this morning. my brain is fucking smooshy. But you're right, it was rocks. Dude, it's so rare to see Magic Guard Clef that it's unreal. But yeah, Thunder is just gonna claim this.
Oh,
MG better than Unaware. It kind of depends on the situation, but Magic Guard is so strong. But it's just that, you know, for a new player, when you see that Unaware is like your ticket out of a bad move that ended up giving your opponent like a good sweep opportunity, like it is really nice. But Magic Guard is such a strong ability and so much pressure on both your teams. Alright, so Rotom is chipped a lot. I mean, at this point, like double EQ win. Because Clef is low, Rotom's gonna get super effective on that EQ. But yeah, Dante, it's not only bad players, but it's only bad players will use Unaware on hyper offense for sure though. Like that's a weird thing to use.